Yeah, so one of the problems is that scientists come with each their specialty, and they're so deep and narrow into that sometimes when it comes to complex problems that require multiple sets of expertise, nobody can see the full picture of what's going on. And it's really difficult to communicate their knowledge and their expertise and perspective. So sometimes when scientists do what they do, the harder they work, the more stuck they get, and the more narrow their perspective of the problem becomes. So instead, So actually, instead of working harder and harder, they need to bridge these different perspectives. And here is a great example from Twitter, where we have some collaborators. They realize that the narrow perspective won't take them anywhere. They need to collaborate. And what we do in academia seems to be we buy them lunch, and that's not quite enough. We all know that in this forum. So the answer is not to work harder. It turns out the answer is actually to play harder. And this is what scientists at play might look like. So I'm here to share a little bit about a method that I've used. It's called Lego Serious Play. And I've used it to facilitate science communication at Arizona State University. And I'm hoping that it might fit with some of the challenges that you face as well. So when is play the way? So play is good for certain types of questions, but if you have scientific questions that have like one right answer and you just have to follow rules, like with a math equation, play is probably not the way to go. If, on the other hand, you have a situation where you need to elicit multiple opinions and perspectives, and it's something that benefits from creativity, then you want to apply play to the situation. But scientists often need a little help to play because many of them haven't been playing for many years. Mm-hmm. So I facilitate workshops using this method called Lego Serious Play. And I'd say it's a communication method where you use 3D thinking. First you build and then you storytell about what you have built. So the way it works is that you use it to create a shared understanding between a diverse group of people. And it's been used for about 20 years now. Typically it's in a corporate setting, for boardroom meetings, knowledge transfer, company mergers and so on. But I've been taking it into academia and using it in science communication also in industry though. So there's 4 steps to the basic Lego Serious Play process. So first you have a facilitator, that could be me, that could be you, and the facilitator proposes a prompt or a question to build about. So that relates to whatever topic the group is working on. And next, each participant builds a metaphor-rich model in response. And the metaphor part is key because it's not like a literal, let's build a rocket ship out of Lego. So they build a metaphor-rich model in response. Each person storytells the meaning that they have embedded into the model, and then it's time for questions and reflections about this model. So I'll go through what this might look like in real life, these 4 steps. So this is a situation where I'm facilitating a workshop for a mining company, Anglo American Mining in Tucson, Arizona. And I'm posing the prompt that they're going to build about. So that would be the first step of the process. And next, this is from a different context. It's from a conference, ISST, and we have all of the participants in their individual builds. And what happens is that when you just let your hands do the thinking, when you kind of give your brain a break and are not too judgmental, your hands will know what bricks to pick, and then the meaning emerges. So that's the playful aspect of the process. And this is the third step where you share the meaning of your model. So this is from a class that I taught at Arizona State called Nanoethics at Play, that we got some National Science Foundation funding to play with Legos, basically. That's what I used my grant for, to buy Lego. So we have a psychology major, and he's sharing his the meaning of his mom, an engineering major, who acknowledges that that's not how she saw the world to begin with. And then the fourth step is when you get to ask questions to other people's models. So we have Michael here, and he's like curious about Ben's model, like what does that minifigure do with a tree on its head? And it turns out that Ben, who's a life cycle assessment researcher, it was about having a sustainable mindset, like you have green stuff running out of your head. And yes, that is a deer. So one of the ways, I mentioned the nanoethics at play class, one of the ways I've used it at Arizona State University, instead of going for the let's buy them sandwiches for lunch, we launched this class for undergraduate students. And we had people from 11 different disciplines represented in this class, and a lot of them didn't know anything about nanotechnology. They were just interested in emerging technologies. They were interested in learning how to collaborate with people across disciplines. So, and they were possibly also a little bit intrigued about having a class they got credit for, or they got to play with Lego. I won't rule that out. So the structure of it was that we invited in guest lecturers who were nano experts, and they would give a lecture, and it would be about something that has to do with the unintended consequences of nanotechnology, and then they had that to deliberate about. Next, I would pose a prompt or a question telling the students this is what you're going to build about and what to discuss. And some of the lessons learned from this, I contributed to this book where some of it is in, and then in some of my research papers that I'll be happy to share with you. I'll share my email later on, and there's also my cards on the floor. Some of it is that it levels the playing field. There's turn taking in the speaking, which ensures that everybody gets to speak, and it creates a safe space where people feel comfortable speaking up. And if you're curious about how to use Lego Serious Play, as I mentioned, it's about having a suitable goal. If it's solving a math equation, probably not your thing. Then there's specially curated Lego kits that are Lego Serious Play kits. You want to set aside some time for it. You can go as low as a couple of hours, but there's some skill building required to go into it. And some retreats are more like 3 days. And you need participants, no Lego skills required, you need a space, group tables, and you need facilitators. So you can go from this kind of meeting to this kind of meeting, potentially by calling one of the certified experts. I'm one of them, you might be one of them, and they're worldwide. You can also become a Lego Serious Play facilitator yourself if you're curious about the method and what it can help you do. The next jump into Lego Serious Play is September 25th in Cincinnati, and I'm being chased out. Yeah.